I'm Jim Check. You're watching Kelowna Now Live. I have with me Sunney Weir of Mamas for Mamas, the Community Engagement Coordinator. I get that right?
You got that right. Thanks so
Awesome.
much for having me, Jim.
What do we want to talk about today?
So I think today we're talking about inflation and how it is affecting families throughout our community. I think that that's something that is everyone is experiencing, and it's an important conversation. So thanks for having me.
And then people that are already kind of like in a where every dollar matters.
Absolutely.
Get hurt the worst in inflation.
Yes. So Mamas for Mamas, we are really giving a hand up to the community.
Right.
So we experience a number of folks that are in poverty, experiencing poverty, already struggling. And in our current market, it's only made that harder. It's made it harder to meet those basic needs of rent and food, and formula is a big one.
Now, if you take 10 or 15% away from somebody where they don't have 10 or 15% of leeway,
absolutely,
that causes lots of stress, I'm sure.
It does, yeah. And then that stress in turn, affects your mental health and your connection to the community.
And obviously trying to provide for your family, your babies, Mamas for Mamas,
yes.
Adds another level of stress, right, when you feel you can't provide.
Absolutely. So, of course, babies are our most vulnerable demographic within any community. Formula, there is a formula crisis right now. Our founder, Shannon, has spoke out about that. There has been media coverage within the Okanagan. There are some stores that are locking up formula.
Right. And so you guys are running a campaign?
Absolutely, yes.
On formula?
Yes. So we have a month-long campaign that's happening. It started February 15th, called Formula for Families, and we are collecting physical formula donations to all of our Mamas for Mamas branches. So we are a national charity.
Right.
Here in the Okanagan, of course, is our head office. So we do collect donations to our Dolphin Avenue branch of physical formula, but then of course there's the monetary donations as well that go to support us.
And people can do that on the website.
Absolutely, yeah. You can do that on our website. So right now, funds that are being collected are going towards purchasing formula, because there's actually a broader problem with formula. It's not just that the funds aren't there, it's that the actual product is not there in some cases.
So is that still to do with supply chain constraints, or what's the issue there?
Yeah, we have looked into it, and it does seem that there is some effects from the supply chain, especially if it's a specialized product. So if you're looking for, say your child has a allergy or requires a anything special, yeah. So then, of course, going back to the topic of inflation, those formulas are going up. The demand, right? Absolutely.
So you had some stats. Do you want to share a couple of those stats?
Yeah, sure. I can share a few stats. So the stats were mainly on our impact within the community. So, I mean, one of the stats that I can share is related to formula and the monthly cost of formula, which is upwards of $300 for one child.
Per person. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. For one baby. Yeah.
Yeah, so you add that to the food budget.
Absolutely.
And that gets and then diapers and all that other stuff, right? So
absolutely.
What are the services that Mamas for Mamas kind of provides for young caregivers?
Oh, so many things. I'm actually new to the organization, so I'm still learning everything that Mamas does, and I've actually been blown away by the impact that Mamas for Mamas has made in the community. So we're really filling gaps and bridging gaps wherever we can. I would say one of our most well-known services and one of our biggest impactors is the Karma Market. So the Karma Market is, for all intents and purposes, a beautiful store where caregivers can go in and get what they need for their family. That does include formula, and often it does include food.
And that's here.
It is, yes.
Because you got two locations.
We do, yeah. So we're on Dolphin Avenue is our head office, and then Dayton, just down the street, we have the Karma Market. Okay. So clients are able to book appointments with us and go in.
So they register kind of online, or?
Yeah. So all of our resources, our website's great, so everything's there. And then of course you can always call our office, contact us, and really we work on a one-on-one basis with our clients to fill the gaps that they need.
So just so we know, the website address is
www.mamasformamas.org.
Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, pretty easy.
What can people do, I guess, like to help? Obviously donate, they can donate and do different things. And I know there's a couple of charitable events that Mamas for Mamas runs. Is the need expanding though? Are you seeing more people come in? Like, do you guys have a stat on like what?
Absolutely.
What that usage is now? Like I know the food bank is seeing their usage go way through the roof.
The food bank, absolutely, and they are one of the partners that we work with and we send families to, but we're actually finding that we're filling that gap. Food is not our primary resource that we offer. However, we do food hampers. We are filling the gap there. We are seeing a lot of families coming in and needing food, not just formula. So we're filling that gap. But as far as how people can help, it's interesting because we did learn this last year. We have some donors that previously have donated and due to inflation are unable to
everybody's feeling the pinch, right?
Absolutely,
so it kind of all flows through, right? So there's ways to save money, I guess, too, for people. Is there any education stuff that happens too, like for
like services
like
that
food
we offer?
management and stuff like that, or like for some people, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we offer a number of services. And again, I'm still learning them all. But there's mental health programs. Melissa, our director of mental health. There's online resources. There's all kinds of programs that we run. Absolutely. Sustainable nourishment is something that has always been an important mission for Mamas for Mamas. And we actually do have our own farm. I have a fun stat about that. Sustainable nourishment, our program last year, so in 2023, we helped almost 3,000 families, close to 3,000 families with our sustainable nourishment. So that's fresh vegetables, that's fresh produce, that's really filling that gap for healthy eating, because that's another thing, right? It's perhaps you're getting the food from the food bank, but where is the nourishment there that is required?
Yeah, because sometimes people will go out and the cheaper food is the less healthy foods, right?
Absolutely.
Like high sugar content foods and stuff like that, right?
Absolutely.
But, and the areas you serve, it's the central Okanagan kind of thing, or is it like?
Yeah, so we actually are a national charity. So we do have branches in other parts of Canada.
Okay.
But yes, our Kelowna branch is our head office. It's where it all started. Absolutely. We're a grassroots foundation that started here and have grown and really spread our reach across the nation.
Is there any, like, a message if you could say to the community? Is there something that they could do immediately to help? Is there something?
Yeah, absolutely. To back our formula campaign, I would say online donation, monetary donation, or physical donations to our branch. So bringing in formula, the team there, Veronica, will greet you. They'll always be happy to accept things with open arms. And then, of course, spreading awareness. So we're very active on Instagram. We're always sharing other organizations, other needs, really just trying to give a hand up to our community. So following us, Mamas for Mamas, on Instagram is always a great way to be involved and up to date on everything that we're doing. International Women's Day is coming up. We have a number of events we're involved in for that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are located right here in the heart of the landmark district, so it's not hard to find.
Absolutely.
I think that's great. If the more people that know about it, obviously, the more the people can help.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I understand they're going to start bringing interest rates down. Hopefully that drives inflation down and we start to see some relief in the grocery stores.
Yes.
And start to see those supply chain constraints disappear as well. And hopefully things start to ease, because it seems like there's a lot of groups really stressed right now.
There is. And I think, as far as Mama's message, it's always been, and it's was designed so beautifully by the team there, that it's giving a hand up and helping your neighbor and helping your community. So I think, anything that you can do to help the people around you would be a message that we would love to spread.
And if somebody's listening to this and they need help, but sometimes people don't want to ask for help, is there an easy way for them to kind of?
So again, our website is a great resource where you can go and fill out a form for support. You can always come into our office. We have individualized caseworkers that work with our mamas, and a very inclusive environment, and absolutely, we're here to help.
Well, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been a really great opportunity to chat about this organization.
Well, you know how to help, mamasformamas.org. And you can go on the website, you can learn more. You can reach out to Sunney. And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.